What was that? It's me, Kayla.
Oh, it's also me, Aubrey.
Don't worry, you're not haunted. Yet.
This podcast contains all the spoilers. You've been warned.
These witches curse. If you don't like cursing, then you're in for some toil and trouble. If you don't mind cursing, then let the cauldron bubble, baby.
Shh. Screaming Mimes is starting now. Hey, haunted humans. This is Aubrey.
And Kayla.
And today, we are talking about Barbarian.
We want to let you know up front that we are adding extra spoiler alerts to this one. So as somebody who came into this movie not knowing a single thing about it, and then also watching it again for us to rewrite synopsis as we do, I can assure you that it's so much more fascinating going into this movie not knowing anything about it. So if you can avoid it and then go watch it, great. If not, we brought the movie to you.
Just a heads up, we were all sick when we recorded this, so please enjoy our sexy, congested voices and deep guttural coughs.
Barbarian opens on a dark, rainy evening with a little house illuminated by a tiny porch light amidst a downpour. The camera zooms in. We see a car pull up with a curly-haired woman checking her phone for the Airbnb instructions.
Cute, quaint little home, seemingly unsuspicious.
Were those delivery instructions?
Airbnb check-in.
Oh, check-in instructions.
Instructions, yeah. She walks up to the door in an already drenched coat and pops the key code into the lockbox. Finding no key inside, she calls the host to realize it's managed by a rental company and it's outside of normal business hours. Looking around, she sees complete darkness. Not one other house on the block is lit up. Frustrated, she goes back into her car. I guess this begs the question, have you ever thought about renting an Airbnb and staying in one by yourself?
I have.
You have? I don't think I've really thought about it before.
I think about a lot of ways to spend time by myself.
Fair.
I daydream about it.
Fair.
And the only reason I would do an Airbnb versus a hotel is because I want to be able to smoke. And a lot of times the Airbnbs don't mind if it's outside.
Fair.
You know, or they can't fucking tell.
Not creepy at all.
There's no porch lights on.
Nope.
Anywhere.
Mm-mm.
No street lights, no porch lights.
You don't know anything about this movie, right?
No.
Oh, good. It's better that way.
So light just turned on in the window of the house. And she decided to go back and ring the bell?
I can't wait to see if you recognize who this is. I'm sure you will.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Skarsgård? Are you kidding me? Bill! I love you so, I always will. A tall and lanky Bill Skarsgård answers the door, seemingly like he just woke up. The woman interrogates him, asking who he is and why he's in her Airbnb rental. He says it's his home-away rental. Thunder crashes to punctuate the tension of the situation. He asks her if she made sure that she got the right date, and she shows him her phone. In disbelief, he agrees that everything in her reservation appears in order. She asks, "What am I supposed to do?" Why are you asking him? No, get in your car and you fucking go to a fucking Walmart parking lot and fucking sleep there if you have to. Don't fucking go in that house with that dude.
Right? Looking defeated, he invites her inside so they can call the rental company. She asks him to pull up his reservation while she goes to the restroom. Giving a new meaning to Peeping Tom, she finds his travel-sized toiletries everywhere and snoops through his little ditty bag.
What? Why did she do that? In what world do you do that? How far is she from, town? Is she supposed to be, really far out?
I think they're in, if memory serves, they're in Chicago. And they're in a particularly rundown neighborhood. but it's closest to where she wants to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing in here? Lady. Dumb ways to die, dumbdecisions.com.
Dumb ways to die.
Did she not try to open that mirror?
Apparently not.
That's not right. Isn't that the first thing you do? Is that the first thing you do if you're in a strange bathroom?
Yeah.
And the mirror opens?
What are you doing?
Framed on the wall. Either way, I always try to look at behind the frame of the wall too, if it's just like a framed mirror.
Hey,
don't try to eat my shoe. She leaves the bathroom, looks around for him in the living room, and they accidentally run into each other, giving her a good jump scare. He shows her his reservation, and she's dismayed to agree that it all looks correct. They compare host numbers, and then she says she's going to find somewhere else to stay. He says that this neighborhood isn't exactly the safest and advises that she stays here until she finds out where she's going. She relents and starts her search on the couch. He gives her the Wi-Fi password, and they finally let their guard down enough to introduce themselves. She is Tess, he is Keith. Keith says Tess is a pretty name. Like, please don't compliment me. Like, I'm not comfortable in this situation right now. Like, also, he's crazy for just, like, letting her in, too.
Keith is giving big, nervous party host vibes, offering her water, tea, or wine. Tess declines, and Keith anxiously makes tea for himself and her anyway. Tess calls one hotel with no vacancies, and then Keith says he just remembered that there's some huge medical conference in town. She's probably not going to find any rooms, and he offers that she stays there anyway. This is so interesting watching this for a second time and having a different feeling about it.
How come she only tried calling once? Keith proposes that Tess sleeps there for the night, and tomorrow they'll call the rental company, rip them a new asshole, and get refunds. Tess offers to sleep on the couch, and Keith says he wasn't raised to let a young lady sleep on the couch in a situation like this, and offers his room. She says, no offense, but I kind of have a thing about clean sheets. Cut to the washing machine running, while the hot tea Keith prepared stares Tess down. No, lock yourself in the bedroom. If you're staying there, you're locking yourself in that bedroom.
Yeah. This is the hill you're gonna die on right now?
Yeah. Fucking
clean sheets? I
would have slept in my car.
as a resident OCD person, I think that would be some pretty small potatoes for my list of concerns.
Also, I mean, I'm trying to, like, you know, be like, oh, this is crazy, but, I mean, if I ran into him, I'd be like, yeah, I'll come in and stay.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show that was terrible that he was in? That I was like, fucking, what was that called? I can't remember.
The one on Hulu?
No,
the Netflix one?
It was a Netflix one, yeah.
Was that the one with Famke Janssen as well? It was like one of the first Netflix shows they made.
It has the snake eating itself. I'm thinking of the image.
I feel like there's some sort of wolf.
Yes,
thing.
it's a werewolf and vampire situation. I mean, it's not really, but it is basically.
Mm-hmm. No, I did not watch it. You told me it was bad.
Yeah, I basically told everybody not to watch it, but I was like, I'm going to keep watching it, though.
Keith, being chivalrous, brings Tess's luggage in from the rain, and she thanks him. He says it's no big deal since he has a raincoat and she doesn't. Tess goes into the room and starts setting up her luggage. Looking around, she finds his wallet and takes a quick pic of his driver's license, apparently in case of her own murder. She washes up and finds him sitting at the kitchen table with a bottle of wine and 2 empty glasses. Keith noticed that Tess didn't touch the tea. Explaining that he knows it's bad form to pour a glass of anything for a woman without her watching, he says he waited for her to return to open the wine. He's so
trying
sweet.
Trying so hard to make her comfortable.
Right.
Damn, he's so cute.
Apparently he's a super nice guy for always playing super scary things.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
He's got like a good foot on her. Yeah, he's gonna be fine sleeping on the couch.
They start chatting about why they're in town. Tess says she's interviewing for a documentary and names the director's most recent work called Blue Easy. Keith says, oh yeah, I saw that. I really liked it. Tess is immediately suspicious, saying no one saw Blue Easy. He describes a scene in detail, and she's flabbergasted that he actually had seen the film. Keith asks about the director's next project. Tess says it will be about the artists that are taking over the rundown Detroit neighborhoods and setting up music and creative collectives. Keith says, "You know who you should interview for that?" "Who?" "Me." "Why?" "Because I'm one of the founders of the Lion Tamers." Then they excitedly giggle about their small world moment. Tess asks why he doesn't just stay with the Lion Tamers, and Keith explains that he's on a scouting mission looking for new little nests to establish.
What I'm hearing is he has somewhere to go.
Am I right?
Yeah.
She's so pretty.
Yeah. We see that time passes because the dryer has stopped and no one has gathered the sheets yet. Keith and Tess are talking about their love lives over wine. In explaining that women need to be careful to not make mistakes, while men thrive on making mistakes, Tess posits that if she had checked in first and Keith had shown up late at night with her story, there's not a shot in hell she would let him in. And even if Tess had let Keith in, he wouldn't have thought twice and marched on in. Keith calls her out, saying that's exactly what Tess did, and Tess says that she didn't exactly have a choice, and it was scary. "What? Do I look like some kind of monster?" says Keith. Then they circle back to the love life chat, where Keith advises Tess to get out of her toxic relationship loop and start over, even if it means getting her heart ripped out again. She asks why girls always have to get their hearts ripped out, and Keith assures her that girls can rip out hearts too.
Exactly. Yes.
Hiya, Georgie.
In a great way you do. You sure do.
I can't wait to watch the Welcome to Derry show. I hope it's good.
Oh, is he in Nosferatu? Now I want to watch it.
He is.
He's like the
He
thing.
is
He's
the
like
count.
Nice.
Yeah.
Their meet cute continues when they tipsily make the bed with fresh, clean sheets. Keith shows Tess how to make the duvet perfectly by putting the cover over his head and hands, looking like a ghost, holding the edges of the duvet and wildly throwing the cover off himself over the duvet as they nearly roll on the floor laughing. They awkwardly say their goodnights, clearly wishing for something more.
That's pretty much how Max and I do it.
Yeah. It's kind of the best.
I'm a ghost. What a weird little meet cute.
I know, they're crazy. Are they gonna make out?
Asking for a friend.
Just making notes. Hemlock Grove was bothering me.
There we go.
He's so tall. Look at it.
Right?
He's like taking up the entire door frame.
That's why I'm saying he's not going to sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
How long is that couch? It certainly didn't look longer than a love seat. Asleep in the darkness, Tess wakes hearing her door creak open.
Tess peers through her door to see Keith having a nightmare, flailing and moaning on the couch. Tess approaches Keith to investigate his night terror and suss out whether or not he opened her door. She reaches out to touch him. What the fuck? Yeah, you don't know if... What the fuck? You don't know if that guy knows jujitsu or something and he's gonna like... If you touch him, he's gonna like fucking knock your ass out.
Right?
Right? You don't know anything about this dude. Go for the elbow. What are you doing?
Keith wakes up scared shitless as Tess apologizes for waking him up. She says he was making noise and asks if he opened her door. He says, "No!" There's easier ways to say that. You were having a nightmare.
Right?
Like...
They both go back to bed, and in a flash, Tess's room is bathed in sunlight.
Tess rushes to get ready for her interview and doesn't find Keith in the house. He leaves her a nice little note and she heads out. But not before making sure she locked the door and replaced the key in the lockbox. We notice upon writing this, there is no keyhole in the front door and there's actually a deadbolt on the outside. She pauses to take in the sights of the decrepit neighborhood.
Late for the interview?
Did you lock the door before you put the key in there? It doesn't feel like you did.
Okay, so place is way more fucked than she thought, rolling up in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Did she, like, book an Airbnb that didn't have any reviews?
Right?
To stay by herself? Because I wouldn't do that.
Wild.
Like, I did book an Airbnb that didn't have any reviews, but it was brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And it was from a host that had been a host and is a current host and had been for 13 years or something.
Oh, okay.
Like, since the beginning of fucking Airbnb. And they had multiple properties. So I was like, okay, I'm okay with this.
Yeah. I bet that neighborhood is where the kids from It Follows killed the monster in the abandoned
There you
pool.
go. That's exactly right.
Because that was in Detroit, too.
Yep. We're always trying to link our movies together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tess drives into the city, finds a modern coffee shop, and takes a moment to take a peek at the photo she took of Keith's ID and gently smiles. She has a pleasant interview with the documentarian. Her interview asks where Tess is staying, and she says, Brightmoor. The documentarian is clearly worried about her and says to Tess, you shouldn't be there. Tess is trying to assuage her fears, saying that she's tough. They agree to chat soon, and Tess heads back to the Airbnb.
I guess she got the job. Bing bong.
Seems like it.
How do you feel like this movie so far?
Well, I feel like I was really judgmental at first about her, like, going into the apartment. But, like, also I feel like he should have been concerned about letting her in now. And But yeah, now I'm concerned for both of them.
Yeah. Tess gets out of her car and collects her things, noticing a man running towards her down the street. He yells, Hey! Hey, little girl! She scrambles to open the lockbox to unlock the front door. She gets inside just for the man to hit the front door screaming, Come out that house! Come out that house!
I just have a feeling this is one of those places in Detroit where they tell you to not stop at the stop signs, where, like, the police will pull you over and be like, what are you doing stopping at the stop sign? Like, go. Just keep going.
Yeah.
You trying to get carjacked?
Yeah, she parked on the street last night, too.
She's just leaving her car unlocked.
Well, she left the fucking front door unlocked, so... Her danger meter is not going off.
Somebody running? Somebody running? Somebody running? There's somebody running. She should have got back in her car. What is she doing? She should have got the fuck out of there. What the fuck?
She's frantically packing her things while she calls the police. We don't have any available units at the moment. She goes to take a nervous shit and finds no toilet paper. In her hunt for more TP, she sees a golden stack of toilet paper atop the washing machine, beckoning her into the basement.
Been there. Going to an Airbnb that has, like, literally one supply of the thing you need.
Okay. So there's a creepy basement.
Hell yeah. Definitely a creepy basement. She grabs a roll and heads back upstairs as the door to the basement slowly closes and locks her in. She realizes she doesn't have her phone, but she has the front door key. Good thing Keith will be locked out and she can't call the cops again.
She didn't even look around down there.
She's, like, pretty calm for somebody who thought that guy was gonna kill her, and then clearly she needed to take a shit, and now she's just sitting in the basement like, c'est la vie. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Right.
Tess looks around the basement for tools to either break the door or shimmy the basement window, and finds a piece of rope coming out of a hole in the wall above the shelf. She slowly pulls the rope, and it opens a hauntingly dark hidden door in the basement.
What the fuck?
I should take bets and see how many times you say that this movie.
Oh, sorry.
No,
So funny.
don't, because believe me.
Whoa.
Believe me, they're
Is she
coming.
opening a door right now? No.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm not in any way saying you shouldn't say it, because this movie is full of
Do not go in there, you crazy bitch.
Right? She doesn't even have her phone with a flashlight.
She's still just standing there staring into the fucking abyss.
Nope. After saying nope and contemplating her options on the stairs for a bit, She's reminded of the 1999 classic The Mummy. She grabs a standing mirror and positions it below the string light and angles it towards the dark hallway to illuminate the abyss. Benbridge scholars be damned. It's not hard to pop open a door in a house. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, Jesus
She wants
Christ.
to shine the light down there to see what she can see.
Great.
Are you happy with what you're doing right now? Is this making you feel better?
Because, you know what you could do?
She sees a door down
You
there.
could find a shim or a screwdriver and just pop that door open and just get the fuck out of there.
Right?
You know?
She didn't try hard enough to get that door open, if you ask me. And now she's going to go to this door that is deep down a tunnel that was hidden. Nope.
Yeah. Behind a door that felt like...
With all these broken down houses, like, too, like,
Yeah.
I'm imagining there's just, like, a tunnel of, like, lizard people.
We'll see if the lizard people theory pans out. But also, like, does she think that somebody maybe closed that door on her? Because, like, what makes her think somebody isn't gonna, I don't know, set that mirror down so she can't see anything?
She cautiously makes her way down the dark hallway and opens a door. She flips on a light to a bare concrete room with only a standing camcorder, a rusty bed frame with a stained mattress, and a bucket with God knows what next to it. She leans in to see a bloody handprint on the wall and finally decides it's time to run.
Abort.
That's...
Time to go.
This is worse than I thought.
Oh, girl, it's only just begun. Like, why would you go in there? Time to go. She hears aggressive knocking at the front door and rushes to the skinny window to draw attention to herself in the basement. Luckily, it's Keith. He helps her open the skinny window and she passes him the key to let her out. She's beside herself as she describes the horrors she saw. He is clearly questioning her sanity, but getting a little freaked out when she says she's leaving before he can even investigate. He begs her to stay until he can check out the basement for himself.
Why does she trust that this isn't just his, like, torture plot? Why is she not back on the phone with 911? Like, how about them available units, bitch?
Yeah, right? Where are they at?
And also, he just trusts her, and he's just going down into that basement. She could have, like, a whole plot. She could have people down there waiting to fucking kill him.
These are all good points, Kayla.
You know? Like, they're just so trusting.
Tess spots Keith as he goes into the basement, making sure the door doesn't lock on him. She can't hear or see him for a while and starts freaking out a bit. As if summoned, the door starts closing, but she runs up to catch it before it locks them both in.
No! What are you doing, you idiot?
Do you have your phone?
You dummy. At least she caught it.
She can be taught.
It can't be taught.
Tess jams a chair into the door, screams Keith's name, and grabs her cell phone flashlight into the unknown. She heads down the hall and checks the creepy torture basement room and peers under the bed. Nobody's under there.
He's just gone?
Mm-hmm.
She looks around confused, wondering where Keith could have gone. Armed with her cell phone flashlight, she is able to see that there's another hidden door at the end of the hallway.
Another door. Oh, no, 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 no.
The new doorway is a much different vibe to the concrete basement. This doorway is even darker, and with a stairway to hell. The walls and stairs are carved into a very organic tunnel feeling like a mine shaft. Full of dread, Tess screams for Keith, and we faintly hear a "help" at the bottom of the stairs.
No way he went down there without telling her.
No way.
Unless it's a trap by him to get her down there. You know what I mean? Like, clearly there's something third party going on here, but... Oh, he screamed for her.
He said help.
Help, yeah. Help me. Please. Don't do it. You don't know that guy. You don't owe him anything. He wanted to go down there. You told him not to. And mistakes just keep being made.
I know, she didn't even backtrack to look in the basement to see if maybe there was, like, I don't know, a baseball bat, a pipe, anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. Scissors, whatever. No. Let's just go down this,
And again, has not tried 911 again.
Mm-hmm. I found a creepy murder basement. Send the cops. Like, no?
Walking down the secret tunnel, she suddenly sees Keith crawling on his hands and knees, looking petrified.
Dear God. This tunnel system.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much I don't like tunnels, how much I don't like caves. I am far too claustrophobic.
Good, you're gonna love this movie.
Yep. That's why I like Descent so much, because it fucking freaks me out so hard. Dude, no. You can't even see 3 feet in front of you. There's cages down here. Oh my God. May I say it? What the fuck?
Yep. What the actual fuck? Humans could fit in those cages.
Yeah. How do you think you're helping him in any situation? Like, seriously, name this. Oh my God! He got me so bad.
Keith pleads with Tess. Someone is down here. Someone bit me. Tess says, we need to get out of here. Keith is convinced that the direction Tess came from is where the biter is. They start arguing loudly which way to go, and a large humanoid woman runs up and slams Keith's head into the wall, repeatedly, until dead. She screams in Tess's face, and the scene cuts to black.
Someone bit me? Oh my God! Oh.
Don't watch this part.
Is it over?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yacht Rock welcomes us to the California coastline, and we meet Justin Long's character, AJ, cruising on the one in an old red Porsche convertible.
Okay. All right. What the fuck? Is that the end of the movie? That's over? That's how they let it up. It was like it was credits roll.
And now for something completely different.
Holy shit, that was scary.
Right?
Okay. Sorry, I have to adjust because I'm freaked out now. I'm freaked out. Hi, baby boy. Are you cold? Oh, we have another new friend today. Mm-hmm. First time. Oh, my Justin Long.
Yes. I know, right?
My sweet baby boy. I love him so much. Taking it back to horror.
Mm-hmm.
Also, New Girl. He's so good in New
Yeah.
Girl. Yes.
Of course he is. Oh, man.
His podcast is good, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Life Short with Justin Long.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
AJ takes a phone call from his agents while cruising. They tell him that one of the actresses from his new TV show has Me Too'd him. He's furious at the grape accusation and the Hollywood Reporter article coming out tomorrow.
You're fired, bro. What's happening? Like,
Yeah.
why are we in, like, Justin Long's life story now?
I can tell you that if you want.
Actually,
it's not really
like,
a spoiler.
Respect to Justin Long. This is not his life story. This is the character that he is playing. But no, it's fine. I'm on for the ride.
Okay.
AJ meets with his financial advisor, who asks about what his legal defenses will cost in order to calculate his net worth. The advisor says that at AJ's current rate of spending, he will be broke in 3 months and tells him to liquidate his assets. Reminding him of his rental in Detroit, the financial advisor then fires AJ as a client.
Michigan
There you go.
Properties. There it is. I'm not going to represent you. Yep.
AJ boards a flight, sees the Hollywood Reporter article, rents a car, and chats with his lawyer about the case. He says that if he could just call the actress, he could nip this all in the bud. The lawyer tells him not to contact her for any reason. When the lawyer finds out he's in Michigan, he informs AJ that he wasn't supposed to leave the state. Legally. AJ is pissed and tells the lawyer that if he wants to get paid, he has to sell this house. AJ goes to the rental company to pick up his key and heads to the house that night.
All right. And we're back at the house.
And it's nighttime.
And it feels like this is one of those that couldn't have happened to a better guy kind of situations.
Yeah, right? Yeah, he plays a pretty good douche in this.
He's such an incredible actor.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
He plays everything good.
I love him.
So he's just, like, gone on in. Like, he does not check in to see if anybody's rented. Nothing.
I mean, you would think that the lady who gave him the keys, who's the person who's actually running it, would say so. Right?
AJ finds the basement door being held open by a chair and immediately removes it. AJ starts settling in and finds toiletries, suitcases, clothes, and a messy bed. He calls the rental company and asks if someone is currently staying there, and she says it hasn't been rented out in a couple of weeks. He's getting agitated, asking why no one has come to clean it up since the last renters, and she says they don't send the maids out until they have a new renter.
What?
Oh my god. Where is she? Is she just dead down there? Did she also die? I assume they killed her too.
Did you catch the bit when the property manager was like, we haven't rented that place out in a couple weeks?
In a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, do you think they've been down there for a couple of weeks? Or do you think that because they rented both of those at the same time, it somehow just got in an error state and it hasn't been a couple of weeks? We can hope that it hasn't been that long. AJ has a half-assed conversation with his mom on the phone as she begs for his side of the story and some clarity, and that he's welcome at home in Detroit anytime. He blows her off to answer a call from his fuckboy friend to go to a party. Cut to a loud bar. His friend, who we notice is the director, asks what happened. AJ says in the beginning, she was like, no, stop. Then we started fooling around and she got into it. I mean, look, I'm a persistent guy.
Barf.
Gross. So yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy. He's persistent.
Yeah.
And let's call her. Let's call her.
Yeah.
Back at the ranch, he drunkenly calls Megan, the actress, and leaves a long and incriminatingly apologetic voicemail.
Yikes. Well, that'll be great for court.
Mm-hmm. He performs a not Janelle-safe action into the toilet that morning, sporting some festive boxers.
Is he wearing MeUndies?
I think they're snails. Are they snails? They are snails.
Very cute.
Very funny.
AJ finally decides to look through the belongings of the previous renters and finds a MacBook belonging to Tess Marshall. He also finds the car keys on the table and rubs his two brain cells together, remembering the pinned open basement door. He goes to investigate, flips the switch to no avail. He hears a bang in the dark basement and threatens that he has a gun and will open fire if they don't come out now. No one bites.
That's all Keith stuff he's going through, I assume.
Yeah. So here's a thought.
He doesn't think it's weird that, like, those people haven't been around and, like, I mean, their Mac is there. Clearly they didn't just leave it, you know?
Yeah.
The fucking car is there.
It hasn't dawned on him to maybe Google the name Tess Marshall, maybe see if she's a missing person.
Right.
You know? Like, this reminds me of... Did I tell you about the time that I went to check the water meter at the house in Phoenix? And I opened it up, and there was just, like, a bunch of cards in there, including, like, ID cards.
What? No.
Yeah. Dude, it was fucking creepy. Yeah. There was, like, photos in there, like, clearly photos of someone's kid from, like, school or whatever.
Whoa.
Like, their school shots, and there was, like, you know, like, Jamba Juice punch cards, things like that. But it was, like...
Like, the contents of somebody's wallet.
Yeah, the contents of somebody's wallet. In the water meter. And I was like...
weird.
What the fuck? And we've been there for, like, 10 years. I mean, at that point, it was probably, like, 9 years.
Yeah.
I was like, there's definitely been dudes from the city coming around, and, like, that was him.
It sounded like it came from over there.
I know. His snort is loud. But I was like, the people from the city have been, you know, coming and checking this. You would think if they saw this, they'd be like, yo, what the fuck, right? So how long has that been there?
Right.
And then I looked through it, and I found an ID with a girl's name. And I immediately was like, well, she's dead. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is this? And I, Googled her. She didn't super come up. She came up on Facebook, and it looked like she was active, or whatever. So Max and I talked about it, and he was like, I don't know, I don't think you should engage. And I'm like, well, I mean, I would want to know if my personal belongings, because, there's photos of literally someone's child, you know what I mean? There's, several of these school shots, I feel like they would want that. Sure, maybe the ID, they've got a new one by now, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
But, if this woman isn't dead, she probably wants these things.
Yeah.
And so then I message her, and she basically, I don't want to, give away too much, but she basically was like, yeah, my ex was super abusive, and that house used to be a drug house, which checks out with what we thought when we first moved in. Nobody has a bug-out door from the master bedroom to the garage.
Right.
That's not a thing that exists in a normal house. So she was like, yeah, I've been trying to get him served. I've been trying to, he's on the lam. He's on the lam. And she's like, and yeah, my ID went missing. My wallet went missing a couple of weeks ago. He broke into my house. It's her and her kid and stuff.
Jeez.
So yeah, I met her at Black Rock down the street.
Wow.
And I gave her this stuff.
That's wild. I never knew about that.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt so bad for her, but she was like, I really appreciate you giving me this stuff. I thought this was lost, and,
Yeah.
And I wished her the best of luck. Yeah. I was like, I wish I could help you. I mean, hopefully they'll catch him sometime.
Yeah.
And
jeez.
But yeah.
That's crazy.
Clearly, this guy doesn't have an empathic bone in his body to give a fuck.
No, he couldn't care less.
No.
He's just being inconvenienced by all of this, of course.
But it was I swear I opened it. Max was looking at me from the front door doing it. Because we thought we had a leak or something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember why. I opened it, and I just stared. And then I just got, full body shivers, staring at it. Because I was like...
Yeah. I would have assumed the same thing. This person is dead or missing. Or
I was what the fuck? Yeah, it was creepy. So, hopefully that girl has escaped him. And he's in jail now.
Yeah, bless. Jeez.
Right? AJ dresses for battle. Jeans, sneakers, gray t-shirt, and an open pink button-down.
In your pink shirt. Let's go. Oh, this is adorable.
Yep, he's got a paring knife and a flashlight. He's ready to go. I mean, I gotta give it to him. He at least brought something.
Yeah.
She didn't bring shit. Alright, bitch, get ready to get fucked.
What a line.
Right? I mean, but in that situation, you would totally say that, right? You would say something stupid like that.
He finds the mirror pointing at the wall, and he asks, what the fuck? He hears a bump from behind him and pulls the rope to open the door. AJ investigates the creepy basement hallway, and the scene cuts to him Googling, can underground rooms be listed as square footage when selling a home? The door is closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Right?
I'm so scared.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
I could have answered that for you. It needs to be cooled or heated. He finds that the basement can't be counted in the gross living area, but can be counted in the total area. AJ rejoices. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, bitch. The movie quickly shifts to an HGTV vibes, with AJ replacing the broken light bulb and pulling out a measuring tape to quantify his new treasure. Thinking he's so badass with his little knife and his little belt.
He thinks he just found a total win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He has no idea.
0 dangeometer.
Get ready to get fucked, bitch.
Yeah, get ready to get fucked, bitch.
AJ moves the bed around in the creepy torture room to measure the space, then bumps into the next door and excitedly measures down the tunnel stairway.
Yeah, again, couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Right? briefly asking, "What the fuck?" when he sees the cages, AJ then resumes his slumlord ways, measuring the space. He approaches a doorway illuminated in soft purple and calls out, "Hello?" When he investigates, he finds the most haunting nursing room you've ever seen. A small boob tube TV showing how to administer boobs to babies, a bed fit for an asylum, and a pile of dirty scattered blankets. AJ looks on in disgust at the nursing video when his tape measure is pulled away from him and he's finally terrified. The POV shifts to AJ's first-person perspective, pointing his flashlight and knife in the direction of the stolen tape measure. He hears something faintly in the distance and turns tail deeper into the tunnel.
Oh, just casually going past the cages.
It is absolutely crazy to me that he would be measuring and not, like, clear the area first and then measure. Like, this is not what my thought process would be at all, but,
The fact that he's just, like, not concerned about what's down there at all. Like,
yeah. Not looking around him, not checking. Presumably he's about to run into a body.
Oh, I'm sure they ate it. I mean... And all of a sudden we're going to be handheld cam.
Whatever that noise was. Yes, let's run deeper into the tunnel we don't know the other end of.
Oh, no. You dropped your flashlight, dude? Come on.
I'm sure he dropped his knife, too.
AJ scrambles to pick up his flashlight, tries to turn it on, and finds it flickering. He points it backwards towards the growls, and we see the overgrown woman monster having to duck to get through the tunnel. AJ's flashlight strobes as the creature runs toward him. Oh, good. Growls. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Flapping titties. Flapping titty monster.
Flapping titty monster. Yes, this is what we shall call her from now on. You're right. Sprinting away from her, he falls right into her trap. As the hatch closes above, we are startled to see Tess reach out and shush him.
Oh, he cut himself with his own knife. Oh, shit, you in a cage now, bro. Oh, shit, she's alive.
The scene abruptly changes to an idyllic neighborhood only Tim Burton could dream up. The green manicured grass, pastel-colored homes, and a lively street with gardeners and children riding bikes.
What is happening?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
We're, going back in time, I believe.
Yes, this must be what the house was like in its prime.
Oh, yeah. You hear the 80s music? It was the heat of the moment. We are following a rather severe-faced man out of his house as he climbs into his station wagon. We are clued into the time period when the radio says, "The Reagan administration has inherited the worst economy in 50 years." Our third-person POV of the back of this man's head feels like second-person because we are just right behind him, all up in his hair. It's very uncomfortable. Well, that's false. Following the second-person point of view behind this guy's head is a little nauseating.
We continue following the creepy man into a grocery store, and a customer service lady greets him. In the fewest words possible, in the coldest tone, he asks for everything he might need for delivering a baby at home. Plastic drop cloths, diapers, latex gloves, and a nursing VHS.
The video.
Yeah,
You're
it's the same one
newborn
that
and you.
It's like the same one that they play in the hospital that you have to watch before they let you go
Jesus. I hope it's not, because that's going to bring a whole new trauma to that video.
No,
movie.
I'm sure that one is far outdated. It was the same video 4.5 years later, though, when I watched it again. This guy gives the worst bad vibes.
Right? As he pulls out of the parking lot, he lingers a little too long, staring at another woman putting her groceries in her trunk.
Is he about to abduct that woman? He is scoping her out. Fucking Mr. Brooks style.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at least Mr. Brooks just killed people. Whoops, spoilers.
Yeah, well, I mean, I assumed that he was gonna breed her.
The creepy man stalks the woman from afar, watching her drive home and enter her house. He goes around to his trunk and pulls out a plain denim jumpsuit with only a name tag. No company credentials, no tool belt, no work truck.
No one's gonna
His
believe
name
you're
is
a
not
Carlos,
Carlos.
bro.
I said his name is not Carlos.
Nope. He knocks on her door and gains entry by claiming to be checking for outages for the water company. He goes into the bathroom, turns on the sink, and unlocks the bathroom window. He says everything is just fine and bids her adieu. But yeah, talk about, like, a whole new levels of terror. That guy just unlocked the window so he can go in later. And, let's not gloss over the whole Airbnb paranoia fact of this, too.
When he returns home, his next-door neighbor calls him over to chat about them selling the house, claiming the neighborhood is going to hell, Frank. With that, we learn that the creepy man's name is Frank. Frank says he's not going anywhere.
He's not, like, at all, like, why are you wearing a jumpsuit that says Carlos?
Right?
He clearly knows his name is Frank.
Right? Frank brings his loot inside, opens the basement door, and we hear a woman screaming. As the door shuts, the past bleeds into the present and we stare down the hallway where we know Tess and AJ are trapped. Back in the hole, Tess and AJ talk in hushed tones as Tess tries to coach AJ to be calm and not upset her. If you get upset, she gets upset. Silence while the creature slowly lowers a bowling pin-sized baby bottle of milk with a nipple mimicking a cow's udder into the hole. It's grotesquely covered in her hair, and we get a good look at her feral talons. Tess whispers to AJ, "Just fucking drink it." Tess drinks it, tells AJ that she just wants you to be her baby, and AJ refuses. She jumps into the hole and lovingly caresses Tess, saying, "Baby." Then she confronts AJ saying, "Baba, Baba." He keeps refusing, so she grabs him and drags him up and out of the hole. I have such problems with this. It's milk from her flappy titties, Kayla. It's milk from her flappy titties.
Flappy titty milk keep you alive.
Oh, there's hair on it, Kayla. There's hair on it.
Cut to AJ being dragged down the tunnel to the soft purple nursing room. She throws him on the blankets, boops him on the nose, and starts administering her boob to AJ's mouth. Yes, this happened.
Do you need to take it straight from the teat?
Oh, God.
If you won't take it from the bottle, you must take it straight from the TT.
All I gotta say is, there's a reason I didn't want you to watch this while you were breastfeeding.
Boop the nose.
That'll calm him down. Tess picks up AJ's flashlight and realizes that the mother has left the hatch to the hole open. Tess makes her way out of the hole with the flashlight and the knife. She takes a peek at the horrors inside the nursing room and decides to keep walking. She accidentally kicks the measuring tape, making a loud noise, then sprints out of the tunnel to escape. She breaks the skinny window and crawls out with the help of the man who ran screaming towards her, saying, "Come out that house!"
Go, girl, go. You got this. Get
You
out of
got
there.
this. She's a survivor! Oh, God. No, I can't. Oh, no. Just run out the door.
Just go.
Just run
Just
straight
go.
out of there.
Just go
And then
fast.
find help. Oh, God. Nobody wants to see that.
It's so bad.
Time to run. Girl, go. Is the door locked?
No.
Motherfucking stupid asshole. You can
can
do it.
You can break in
Come
that door.
on, girl.
You have your whole fucking body.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Don't do that.
Well,
Alright, well.
I mean, if it's gonna get you out. Oh, God, her ankles. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, God, that guy.
Tess tells the wise man that she has to go back to save AJ from the mother. The wise man tells her that she's lucky she escaped. He knows she's down there, and she's not even the worst thing down there. He invites her to his camp. He tells her to look out for herself. He doesn't have a phone for her to call the police, and he says that the mother will come out at night looking for her. She's hellbent on saving AJ. He tells her she had better be gone by nighttime then.
I know she's in there. Okay. So he was trying to help her that whole time? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, maybe don't, be scary as hell the next time you're trying to save somebody.
Back to AJ, he gets out of the nursing room and pulls out his cell phone flashlight, finding a new path in the tunnel. A scream in the opposite direction propels him deeper into the unknown tunnel. He hears a growl, holds his flashlight steady as we see the mother slowly creep into view and back away from him and the door he's in front of. He's remarkably calm. It certainly doesn't look like the way you came in. I think I would have remembered a bell.
She's not even the worst thing that's down there. That's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's disturbing as hell.
But yeah, she backed away from that door.
It's 11:11, Make-A-Wish. She backed away cautiously, and that is freaky.
Yeah.
Tess walks to a nearby gas station and asks for a phone, looking torn up from the floor up. Back to AJ, he opens the door and is hit with a god-awful stench. The room is covered in filth and trash. It's illuminated by a solitary desk lamp and a blue-lit boob tube. He finds the dress of the woman we saw abducted in the 80s. A noise from behind him scares AJ, and he points the desk lamp towards it to see a dying, bedridden Frank. AJ says, "You scared the shit out of me, man."
There he is.
Yeah.
Dying the slow death underground he deserves. Don't get near him. Tess successfully summons the police to the gas station, and they are immediately sus of her, thinking she's crazy, judging her by her dirty appearance. The cop asks her for her ID, and she says she's been held captive for weeks, and there's a man in serious danger. Back to AJ, he gives Frank some water. AJ says they're gonna get out of here, and the cops will be swarming this place soon. Frank doesn't say anything, just gestures towards his end table, which AJ brings to him. And it's like, putting a lot of trust in this random dude who's living in this basement.
Tess brings the cops back to the house, and they don't believe her. They get another call from dispatch and drive off, leaving her behind.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
I know the key code.
Yeah, fucking assault him right now so that you get brought downtown, because, otherwise you're getting left here overnight.
Right.
Fucking always useless.
Mm-hmm.
Protect and serve my ass.
A cab. AJ peruses Frank's VHS collection with such hits as
Elizabeth J.
Gabby,
Very Fat.
One Breast,
Dr. Red.
Face Scar,
Blonde Heavy.
Asian Biter,
Very Old.
Brenda,
Pregnant.
Ruby,
Brunette Crazy.
Blonde Skinny 3,
Liquor Clerk.
Smiley Old,
Jane Screamer.
Hitchhiker,
Stephanie.
Sarah M,
Cab Driver.
Won't Stop Crying,
Ruth L.
Chelsea,
Bad Nosebleeder.
Redhead Homeless,
No Teeth.
Junkie,
Kelly.
Hannah H,
Lacey.
Irish Accent,
Melissa.
Blonde Skinny 2,
Black Maid.
Suicide,
Puker.
Blind,
Tanya.
and Gas Station Redhead in the VCR.
You know he's looking for a gun in there.
Right. Jesus.
Back to Tess. She breaks into the living room to grab her car keys. She gets in her car and pauses at the thought of leaving AJ down there. Thankfully, the movie spares us the horror of watching the gas station redhead, but AJ's face says it all as he turns back to Frank in disgust. Frank pulls out a gun and ends his story as AJ looks on.
As night falls, Tess turns on the car and faces the house as the mother bursts out the front door and sprints towards her. Tess hits the gas and pins the mother to the house.
Tess waits for the light to go out in her eyes before she goes back into the house to save AJ. Once more into the breach, except this time, Tess has a flashlight.
I think it's time for a double tap.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, just take the fucking door down. Why are we still putting a chair there?
Mm-hmm. She stands in the light of the nursing room and sees a bright white orb floating towards her. She says, "Hello?" And then a small flash and pop happens as Tess falls to the ground with a gunshot wound.
And he's gonna shoot her like a dumbass because, heavy on the trigger finger.
AJ immediately realizes his mistake, apologizes, and drags Tess to her feet. They make it out the front door, and Tess is terrified to see that the mother isn't pinned to the house by her car anymore. AJ asks where they should go, and Tess directs him towards the wise man's camp near the water tower. They take a knee around the campfire as Andre the wise man tells them what he knows. The mother was born there 40 years ago. AJ says he owns that house, and Andre says, "You may own it, but that's her daddy's house." They have never left that house. Frank would bring women down there and make babies with them, and then babies with the babies. And when you make a copy of a copy of a copy, you end up with something like that. Andre remarks on Tess's wound. AJ says it's his fault, and Tess reassures him that it was an accident. AJ starts getting emotional about how bad he feels that he hurt someone. He contemplates whether or not he is a bad person and resolves to fix it. We know that this doesn't really have to do with Tess. Andre encourages AJ and Tess to stay, as he's been staying there for 15 years. Jinx! The mother bursts through the wall behind Andre and savages him as Tess and AJ take off.
This might be brutal. I think it's probably brutal. Oh, yeah, okay. Just rip his arm off. Beat him with it. Sure, okay.
You think she would have developed to be smaller? You know what I mean?
Right.
Hi, little boy. Do you want to come up here and lay down? Yeah. You want to come up and lay down? Oh, sweet boy.
Oh, what a good boy. Such flops. He likes watching movies. I know, right? He's the goofiest.
Why is she running up? Why are they going up? To push her down?
Tess and AJ find their only option is to run up the water tower. Tess struggles with her gunshot wound but makes it up there. AJ fumbles his gun, dropping it off the tower. He says, "She's never gonna stop. I can get away, but you're gonna have to slow her down. Hey, come get your baby!" As he throws Tess off the tower and the mother jumps down after her.
Okay, alright, Justin.
Yep. That's what you get.
No good deed, right?
Right?
And yeah, dude, you're a bad person.
Yeah, to answer your question, you are a bad person.
AJ peers over the tower to see that Tess somehow landed on top of the mother, a pool of blood forming around them.
Don't see how the monster could have possibly broken her fall. He heads downstairs to face his demons and picks up his gun along the way. Tess is somehow still alive, as AJ is in shock and apologizes. Apologies turn to gaslighting, saying that he never let go and that she slipped. There's nothing he could do. "I'm saving you, you're okay." As AJ pulls Tess off the mother, the creature lurches forward and chokes AJ, then violently thrusts her thumbs into his eyes and rips his skull in half.
The thing that doesn't die.
I think this is going to be brutal.
Yuck. Ooh.
Oh, no, not eyeballs. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Whoa.
Split his head in half.
Wow.
Gross. That was a gross one. Yeah, I'm freaking out. Thank you for cuddling me. Thank you. I needed that hug.
The blood-splattered mother looks back to Tess, showing care and worry towards Tess's wounds. She struggles to pick up Tess as she screams in pain, saying she can't go back home. Tess slowly points the gun at the mother's face. The mother says, "Baby?" and blows a kiss to her forehead as Tess blows her away. Tess limps away from the neighborhood just as the sun starts rising.
Wow. How come this song has become so popular for, horror movies?
I don't know. Needed you so.
Wasn't this on another one at the end recently?
I feel like it was.
So won't you please be my little baby.
Be my darling.
Be my baby now. Oh, oh, oh.
So,
Wow, well,
Bet
that
you-
was scary.
Wasn't
that
it?
scared me.
I bet you didn't see any of that shit coming. 'cause
I really didn't.
I certainly didn't.
Yeah, I really didn't. And, you know, speaking of wrong turn, I mean...
Yeah, right?
Same vibe.
I watched that with Dallas, and we were both, like, absolutely crawling outside of our skin on the baby bottle and the breastfeeding part.
Yeah.
We were, like, both astral projecting, trying to escape from our bodies watching these scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Keith.
Yeah, poor Keith.
I
He
love...
didn't deserve to go down like that.
I do love that they were like, who could we put in this role?
That's scary and super hot.
And you'll think he's the bad guy, right? Yeah. I think they did a great job. They're like, because everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, that's Bill Skarsgård. That's Pennywise. He's gonna fucking murder you. Nope, he's gonna be really sweet. Sir, no. Stop chewing the table. I can hear you chewing it.
Don't chew the table. No. No.
But yeah, I want to say we rented an Airbnb like less than a month after that, and I was just like...
Checking every nook and cranny. Yeah. I do that
good.
anyways when I go to Airbnbs, but...
Yeah, it's always a good practice.
There were a lot of, like,
so many
questionable
turns.
things, like, in the beginning there. Like, I still don't understand how they both ended up with reservations at the same place. Like, how does that happen? And
Yeah.
the fact that, like, nobody was looking for them, it had
Right.
maybe been weeks,
Yeah.
and, like, nobody had checked
Yeah.
in. So, like, all of that is very questionable, but still,
Right.
very scary.
I would love to know how much time it actually was, because, like, she was supposed to meet that lady the next day for her job.
yeah.
And, like, presumably that guy...
And she said she didn't know how long she'd been down there, so...
Right. And, like, I would venture a guess it hadn't
chew on that.
have been weeks. Like, I don't know if someone could survive weeks of that. Like, what a roller coaster. You think the movie is going one direction, and then it goes pull the fucking hard left, and you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, for real.
And
like,
so what did he do with all the other women?
who knows? Like, I'm assuming.
I mean, I imagine a lot
killed
of
them.
them died if it was just like a lot of inbreeding and stuff or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Right. Clearly there were several women. I guess he didn't, he must not have had kids with every single one of them. I don't know.
and he was definitely doing some sort of torture that he
Yeah.
was filming, you know?
Yeah, right. Maybe he was torturing them for like a period of time, trying to get them pregnant, and then if they weren't pregnant, he would just kill them.
Yeah.
Horrifying. I do appreciate that they didn't show any of that, though.
Yeah, me too.
You know, because like I wouldn't have suggested it, having known that the content of what was going to happen.
Right.
I wouldn't have suggested it if it was going to be like straight up a Hills Have Eyes situation where you have to watch the entire
Yeah.
process happen. Like, you
Yeah, I
know,
don't want that.
I don't want any of that. Holy forking shirt balls, my dude.
Yeah, for real.
No good deed.
Yeah, definitely.
real.
I feel like that's the theme here. No good deed goes unpunished.
Right?
Because from Keith being so kind as to have already been in his booked room to be like, I guess go ahead and stay, to then be like, okay, now I'm going to help you like figure out what's going on down here.
Right.
And then for her to be like, oh, I have to go back to save this other guy who is not worth two shits of saving, you know?
Who I don't know at all. But yeah, she probably just feels guilt that she wasn't able to save Keith, and that, like, the only reason he went down there is because of her, but, like, she doesn't know that the titty long legs wouldn't, like... titty long legs. wouldn't crawl up there and get them anyway, because, like, if she had thought about it for one moment, she would have been like, that's probably what opened the door.
Right.
You know, while I was sleeping.
Duh,
So, like...
yeah.
she was already coming for them.
Right.
You know, he was gonna die regardless, unfortunately.
Which also begs the question of, like, so people have just been staying at this, like, place on and off, and some of them disappear, or what? Like,
right.
You know?
Yeah. Like, I guess because the neighborhood is so bad, they just, like, the cops never come around there, so nobody investigates it, I guess. It's just, like, the perfect storm of
nobody cares.
Of nobody caring, I guess.
Wow.
But you would think that the property management people would, like, have to follow up on that.
Right. You know what I really enjoyed about this movie was the pacing.
Yeah, right?
It was very smooth, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with it, because even though, like, some of it you're like, I don't know what's going on right now, you're still, like, interested.
Yeah.
And you're still scared by the time Justin Long is, like, checking out the house, you know what I mean? But you're like, it's a little more comedic.
Right.
In that time, I don't know. They do a really good job.
You'd pointed out when Tess is getting ready to kill the mother, and she's pointing a gun at her, that she almost has, like, a look of remorse already on her face, as though, like, she kind of understands in that moment that, like, this creature is, like, really just trying to care for her as her baby, because that's all she has ever known. Like, you know? Like, just being given baby after baby to try to care for. Like, how many babies died in that process and shit. Like, freaky.
Right? Yeah, and it's like, it's the only thing she knows. It's the only thing she's supposed to do. Like, yeah, that was really sad.
It was really sad.
That, you know, she doesn't know that she's the bad guy.
Which I think is another overarching theme, which is why I wanted to bring it up, because AJ's character just shared, like, that he's realizing that he's a bad guy, right? And throughout the rest of the movie, it's like he doesn't even see that he's done anything wrong. You know? It's like he doesn't realize that he's the bad guy, right? And also the creature doesn't realize that she's the bad guy. But, like, who's actually the real bad guy here? Because, like, in reality, like, yeah, Frank, obviously, but, like, between, like, the two monsters, right, of, like, the creature, the mother, and also AJ being a monster with his behavior with women, it's like, he's the real monster. She's a physical monster, but, like, she was made into that. Like, that was not, like, a choice of active behavior, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, his is a choice of active behavior, you know? It's just kind of weird.
Oh, that's a good point.
But yeah, definitely Frank is the real monster there.
Like, for sure, hands down.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think that's part of why AJ was, like, realizing is because, like, he just saw what that monster looked like, and it's like, how many steps away from being that kind of monster am I? Right. Like, forcing myself onto another person, you know?
Yeah, like, having an outside perspective, watching that video and being like, oh my god, he's having an out-of-body experience, realizing what happened that night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of powerful watching it as we were doing the synopsis.
Yeah. Especially because he had such a strong response. Like, he saw that and he was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, how could you do this? This is like, he's like, so disturbed.
Yeah, and then he recognizes his own behavior as similar.
The guy who played the mother, I guess, is a songwriter and produced a show on Disney Channel. And
oh, The Ghost of Molly McGee! Riley loves that one.
Yeah. And he wrote a children's album. This is the guy who is literally titty long legs in the movie.
I love my dog.
What a strange combination.
Let's make best friends with him.
Yeah, he sounds great.
I need to know this.
He loves horror, but then he makes adorable little kid shows. That's you know. What would you rate it for screamies? How scary?
Out of 5, right? Damn. I'm gonna go like a 3.5.
I'm gonna go with a 4.
Yeah. my initial thought was like 4, but I was like, is that like giving it too much? But yeah, I mean, scary wise, yeah, you're right. It is kind of like a 4, but like story wise, I would say it's more like the 3. You know, like I could use like a little bit more context for like how this situation happened, just because like I'm ruminating on how like this isn't a possible situation, you know. But of course, I have to just like let that go to like enjoy the scariness of it all.
Right.
It's fucking horrifying. So that's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, I think the movie really, like, if you pull this thread too hard, it's like, it falls apart with the maids don't come and clean the house after people leave.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't make any sense.
Right,
because,
there's like trash rotting in there for like weeks, like or there's stuff left in the fridge and like nobody's rented for weeks, like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and they go there and they make sure the thermometer is turned up or down or something so that it's cheaper. Or they need to make sure that the water isn't running, or they have to water the plants, or like, it just doesn't make any sense that would be true.
But yeah, I mean, say that like they just skipped over, like assume they skip over the whole Tess and Keith thing, and it's just Justin Long's character going to this house that he owns that has been fairly abandoned to try to see like what he can salvage out of it, and then finding that like still just as fucking scary, and it doesn't like have like all the other threads. But I did love the lead up where I didn't know what was happening, and I'm like, is this him setting her up? Is this her setting him up? Is this, you know, what's going on? And that was great to like go into it not knowing anything about it. But.
Right. I think they did a really good job with that because, it's so believable that Bill Skarsgård would be the bad guy because he's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, upon watching it a second time, all I could see is that, like, all he's doing is trying to accommodate her.
Yeah, he's really trying to not
freak her out.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I thought that was pretty cute because I took my like danger like meter off because I already knew he wasn't the murderer.
Yeah,
you know, so but it's so hard to see that because you're just like, there's no way this dude is not gonna murder her. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I definitely still thought it was freaky upon second viewing.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as I saw like creature in the tunnel, I was like, oh yeah, Descent vibes for sure. Yeah. And like, if this is the kind of scared we're getting, I'm in it.
Yeah. But that's why I couldn't really answer your, like, is it paranormal, is it a creature, is it a cryptid? I was like, it's kind of all of them. Like, because in the beginning you think maybe it's a ghost.
Right.
Or something.
Yeah.
And then, like, you're like, oh, well, maybe it's a monster. And then you're like, oh, it is. Yeah. Like a human monster. And kind of a cryptid. Like, clearly she's known amongst the
neighborhood.
The neighborhood, you know?
Been there for 40 years.
The guy who played, like, the real Barbarian, which I think we could all agree is the Frank character. Mm-hmm. That guy is so good at being scary. Like,
he does have a very ominous face.
It's rather severe.
I just love Bill Skarsgård's eyes and his, like, bone structure. Like, that's what makes him really attractive to me. I think maybe it probably helps that I was already attracted to him before he played Pennywise. So.
Yeah. That checks out. Yeah. It's
also, though, attracted to Justin Long. So, you know, my spectrum is all over the place.
Yeah, right. No, I agree with both of those. I'm definitely, I definitely see both of them as attractive. I do wonder what Bill Skarsgård and Justin Long hanging out on set was like.
Oh my gosh, I bet that was so fun. I wonder if they got time together.
Yeah, I wonder if they had any overlap.
This could totally branch off, and there could be more of these. Mm-hmm. Because, one, just because we saw one of them doesn't mean that there aren't more. Mm-hmm. You know, and we don't know how expansive that tunnel system is.
Right. How many tunnels did that guy make?
Yeah, and like, clearly there has to be a partner in this that's keeping him alive.
Right, like...
That is stable enough to go out into the world and bring back supplies and stuff.
Right, like, who's getting groceries?
Yeah.
Like, they're not in a situation where
there were
anyone's
so many
growing.
cans. There were so many cans.
Right.
You know, like...
There's no garden to speak of. You know what I mean? There's no one gardening. Sir!
What are you doing?
And now for a new part of our podcast, where we tell our own personal stories that relate to the movie we just watched. So when we were watching Barbarian, I was reminded of this experience that I had when I was in about 5th grade. So around that time, I had a friend that was like one of my mom's coworkers' daughters, and we went to school together and stuff. One night we were staying out at her mom's house, and her mom had to leave, so she left just the two of us girls home alone. And it was late. We'd sat down to watch a movie, definitely not a kid-appropriate movie. It was actually Blood In, Blood Out, which is a gangster movie, so definitely probably shouldn't have been watching that at 10, but
Interesting
whatever,
choice.
you know. Anyways, partway through the movie, we're sitting there, and the gate that, like the screen gate that is there before the door, like the gate before the door, you know? Like you could hear the handle jiggling, and like it sounded like somebody was like trying to like get into the house, and we were freaked out because we weren't expecting that. And then this door had one of those little like half moon shaped windows, you know, over the top of it. You know, like it's got like the little window over the top that is really useless. It's just for letting light in, and it's decorative basically. As somebody like dragged the outside chair over to the door, and they were like standing up on top of the chair to like look into the window. And we heard the chair moving and everything, so we were like super scared. So we like ran over to like the wall where they wouldn't be able to see us if they like looked in. They left after a little while, but like we definitely were like, holy shit, somebody's trying to get into the house, and it was just like us two little girls at home.
Creepy. Well, that was spooky.
Yeah, spooky story time.
That's super. So like, I'm sure you don't remember this part of it, but like, did you talk to your friend's mom about it?
Yeah, I don't like really remember anything like coming of that.
All?
I do remember that house I had other experiences in that were super creepy, like that were supernatural in relation, and her mom had a room of just porcelain dolls.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
hated that house. Hated that house. Did not like sleeping over there. So that was Barbarian. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our little extra stories.
Yeah, I did.
More of those to come down the line.
I'm so glad that you liked it. It was a wild ride.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Quick update for you all. If you aren't already following us on social media, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all Screaming Movies Pod. If you'd like to ask any questions or submit any movie recommendations for the podcast, you can reach out to Kayla, Kaala, at screamingmimiespod.com.
You can find our episodes anywhere you normally listen to podcasts.
Yacht Rock welcomes us to the California coastline, and we meet just... What the fuck is that?
Hello?
Oh, jeez. Okay, it was just Max.
What are you doing?
Oh, Lord.
What?
It was like nightmare knocks just now. I definitely thought you were being haunted for a moment.
Yep. He performed... No. He performed...
Hi, Russ. Hi, Russ.
Hi, Russ. Nailed it.
So good.
He performs a nanot. I can't.
Not.
Nanot.